that was my thing hunting too. I didn't really have places to go. We had to resort to hunting government land.
Yeah.
There was across the lake from Eudora, I guess it's called the Coldwater Bottoms on the other side. That's where I always went. I'd take my dad's old pickup truck, go down there to just past the high school, and you go to Coldwater, and you go out there, and there's some bridges.
Coldwater Point.
Yeah, Coldwater Point. That's what it's called. And, of course, it was buck only out there. Had the state regulations, couldn't kill no does, and there was does everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I would go out there, get out there early in the morning, try to get there before everybody else got there, because there's people fishing, launching to go fishing. There's duck hunters out there. There's other people deer hunting. But you could rifle hunt on that side. So I would go down, just walk down the highway, and then drop off off one of the sides of the roads, across one of them bridges, getting down there in a pitch point. And I had you always found stuff down in those woods, I guess, because the lake would get up.
Would get up,
yeah,
wash
and
stuff up.
So you didn't really have to worry about, you couldn't put permanent stands or anything, but you could go down there and scout a little bit, kind of see where the deer were. And that's what I figured out. They were running the land in between the bridges because that was kind of the funnel, natural funnel for them. So I'd go down there and find me an old bucket that had washed up or something. I had me an old treetop that I'd have that bucket. I'd find it every year. And that was on my solo hunting. That's probably the first place I ever killed a deer on my own.
Well, government land hunting was so tough. I mean, when you went out there, you didn't leave a stand. You didn't put a permanent stand up. Somebody'd either take it or they'd be in it when you come back.
Yeah.
Kind of like they was talking about Billy Moore. I mean, if you ever hunted government woods, you definitely didn't want nobody to see your truck park where you walk straight out the door and that's where you was hunting. If you killed anything, there'd be 10 trucks there the next day.
Yeah. Oh, Billy Moore would swap his license plates out with his wife. So the people know it was his.
He was serious.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
You hunt government land, people hunt you instead of hunting deer.
Well, what stopped me from it was I was down there in the Arca Butler area. There's a lot of deer down there. But, man, you'd think you was getting out there before daylight. And then when the sun starts coming up, man, you see orange walking everywhere. Yeah. And you might be set up 100 yards from somebody once they figure out where you're going or whatever.
Yeah, they'd always come on our side of the lake like that, and we was on the Eudora side, just straight, I don't know, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 miles across the lake from y'all.
Yeah.
And it was so bad. A lot of people come out of Memphis and stuff, and they'd be sitting on the four-wheeler trail. So when you walked in, you walked by all these. They were just sitting.
Yeah, they didn't get off in there.
They didn't get off in the woods at all.
They wasn't doing homework.
No.
Well, that was too, down in Abbeville where our camp is. One year you would see hunters opening day, 50 of them. I mean, they'd be everywhere. And the very next year, you wouldn't see a soul all year. It wouldn't be nobody hunting for 3 or 4 years, and then just randomly, all of a sudden, there's 50 folks back hunting it.
So word got out, somebody killed a buck back there.
And then they forget about it,
Go to the
That's
store.
right.
And when they hear or somebody saw one driving to work, then word gets out, they're all going to pile in there.
That's right.
That is funny how somebody does kill a big deer in a certain area, and everybody wants to go back to that certain area. That area is populated with big deer.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't like it's a whole herd just hanging out.
Hanging out together. Yeah, all the brothers and granddads, everything's in there.